What's going on, guys? Today I'm here with Raul Arenas. He is the vegan, a vegan. He knows everything about veganism, and we're here to talk about everything vegan today. So Raul, would you just introduce yourself, tell us a little bit of what you're about and your goal with veganism?
Alright, so as you already heard my friend, my name is Raul. I am from Panama and I came here 2 years ago to FSU. I'm studying marketing right now. Besides that, I have a blog in Instagram and YouTube, which is called El Amigo Vegano, which in English is The Vegan Friend. Well, my goal with this blog, with this channel, is to make people realize that having a vegan diet can really help have a better lifestyle, a healthier lifestyle.
Awesome. Absolutely love it. We're gonna get right into it. So my first question is, you said you were a marketing student, so yes, why marketing and not nutrition?
You know, like actually I really never thought about nutrition, but I chose marketing because I really chose marketing last year before I went vegan. I've been vegan since August from last year, and marketing because I don't know, like I really like the subject of marketing, doing social media marketing too, like knowing ways to get to people, and that's what I use to communicate my message.
And it sounds like marketing is going to really help you get your message out there as much as possible, most efficiently, as quick as possible, because the people need help, right?
Yes.
All right. So your Instagram it's focused on a Spanish-speaking population. So I absolutely love that you did this. My question is, why did you choose to focus on a Spanish-speaking population rather than an English-speaking population, or even both, especially since you're here in America at what we would call it like an American university, pretty much?
Yeah, well, actually it's because my native language is Spanish, so it's easier for me to communicate in Spanish. But like recently I've been thinking about doing also English videos for English speaking people, but I'm really a little nervous when I talk in English, and I sometimes don't communicate what I really want to communicate, and that's the reason, actually.
That's cool, that's cool. You know, I think hitting everywhere is super important, and just you being a Spanish-speaking vegan in America makes you super unique, and especially as the Spanish-speaking population rises in America, I mean, we obviously need to continue to focus in that area as well. We can't just neglect people who don't speak English. Okay, so here's the hard-hitting question.
All right.
Why vegan? Why did you choose veganism? Why not vegetarian or pescatarian or ovo-lactotarian? Or
yeah, so actually before I became vegan last year, I was pescatarian 2.5 years. So I was eating a lot of seafood and not so many veggies and not so many fruits. But then like I started to get more conscious, not just about the animals but about my health. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go all in, going vegan, eat more fruits, more legumes, more veggies. That's basically the reason for a healthier lifestyle that I wanted.
And what would you say the difference is in how you feel personally, your energy levels, your overall health, maybe like your performance in the gym or whatever exercise that you choose to partake in?
Alright, so the main difference between veganism and the other types of diets or lifestyles would be that vegans don't eat anything that comes from animals. So we don't eat eggs or milk or cheese, while the other ones eat all of that. And as soon as I changed my lifestyle to veganism, I started feeling a lot more of energy, a lot more of strength. Like now I go to the gym every day, and I don't get like tired, or you know, and also because like I haven't get sick at all. Like in all my time being vegan, I haven't get sick at all. Like my friends, my roommates, have gotten sick. Like they start coughing besides me, and I like, I'm good. I have the how I say, the defenses, the
immune defense.
The immune defense very high, so I'm good about that.
That's awesome, especially when you're surrounded by people who are sick, and a lot of the times we tell ourselves like, oh my God, I'm sick, and then we kind of fall into it. But it seems like you not only have this strong immune system, but you also have the mentality of like, I'm good, like I'm gonna be fine because of the things that I eat every single day. Cool. So, do you believe that veganism is the absolute healthiest diet you can follow?
It depends on how you see it, because I mean, for me, it is if you do it the right way. Because there's a lot of vegans that, yeah, I'm vegan because of the animals, or I'm just vegan, and they go to the supermarket, to the grocery store, and they buy a lot of fake meat, and like they eat a lot of French fries, and they are not really eating healthy, you know. So it's, for me, like veganism is just eating healthy, like eating more veggies, more fruits. I mean, if you eat meat, it's okay. So I mean, it's okay if you eat also a lot of veggies, a lot of fruits. So it's just about like the perspective.
And do you think because you are vegan, it forces you to make right choices more than wrong choices?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
I think that's a super important point, because a lot of people do go vegan and they say, you know, for the same reasons you said, for animals, for my health, but then they end up eating things that are unhealthy that just don't have any animal products in them. So they're kind of compensating for like this unhealthy mentality with another unhealthy mentality.
Like Oreos, you know, Oreos are vegan. So they are vegan, so I can eat a lot of Oreos now. It's not like that.
And yeah, it's not the sense that cutting meat and animal products out is what's healthy. It's that you're more focused on more nutrient dense, whole foods that are raw from the earth.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Okay. I'm gonna skip a couple questions because I think we answered them. Okay, so this is another hard-hitting question. So you talk about like animal welfare in terms of being vegan, but I think your shoes may have a little bit of leather on them. So let's talk more about that. Not to attack you, but I just think this is an important point. Technically, the definition of vegan is no animal products anywhere in life, like no bags, no shoes, no belts, things like that. So can you just talk a little bit more about that? What are your thoughts there?
Right. So to be very honest, I did this first, like mostly for my health. And then as I started like eating more, like getting more lighter, like it's gonna sound weird, but like it's not like lighter in the, like in my body, my health, but also like spiritually. And I started caring about animals, like I started seeing them like in another way, like in a more compassionate way. But besides that, like there's a lot of strict vegans that is like, oh, your shoes are from leather, like your coats are from leather, and like I don't really, it's not that I don't care, but I don't pay too much attention to that. But when I do, it's like, okay, that I'm doing something that is not so good here. But yeah, like for example, I'm gonna put you Drake. That like Drake recently said that he was going vegetarian, and as soon as he got vegetarian, like a lot of people were like, you use clothes that are all made of animals and all of that. And I think that's like one of the main reasons people don't want to go vegan, because they're gonna be attacked by the vegan police, you know?
Yeah. And we have all these super strict vegans who are out there, and I mean, I guess technically they're right, but the thing is, you know, everybody has their different reasons. So it sounds like finding the reason that you go vegan is super important. Are you doing it for the animals, or are you doing it for the health, or are you doing it for like maybe a higher spiritual purpose? And just as long as you're aligning with your goals, and it sounds like your main goal is health, then that doesn't really matter. I mean, yes, I mean, even by decreasing the amount of meat you're eating, animals are being saved. Yeah, exactly. Animals are being saved, and it sounds like that's the most important thing, you know? Even with any kind of diet, we don't want to go so extreme, you know? Extremes are never good. Whether that's restricting yourself or eating too much of something, the extremes are bad, and I think even in veganism, like going to that extreme can cause a lot of stress, you know, like I'm worrying about my shoes, I'm worrying about my belt, I'm worrying about the clothes I'm wearing, and then you're back to the point of what's your main reason. If it's your health is suffering from the amount of stress you're getting. Exactly, right? Cool. Okay, so who or what turned you on and inspired you to become vegan?
Well, actually a lot of vegan influencers that I saw on Instagram, because first I was like, you know, I'm going vegan, I'm gonna lose so much muscle, like I'm not gonna be able to do a lot of exercise, I'm gonna be weak. Those were my thoughts. Then I started following all these vegan athletes and all these vegan influencers that were like building muscles every day, like how I say that, like showing people that was a myth, that you can get protein being vegan. So people like there's John Venus in Instagram, CMed Nutrition, Robana also, and there's a lot of more people. There's like NFL people, there's Kyrie Irving from the NBA, that it's, you know, who maybe you know who he is.
I wasn't aware he was vegan.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, so that was the most thing that inspired me.
So I think this goes along with one thing that we've really been touching on, which is like what is vegan. And there's a lot of foods out there that people perceive as being vegan, but aren't. So let's talk about like some of those. So one thing that I am aware of is beer, for example, right? A lot of beer is processed with fish intestines, which sounds disgusting, but they actually just use it to filter out impurities. Why they use that specifically, I have no idea.
I really didn't know that. I had no idea.
So we're learning something new every day. So like, what are some things that you see people eat and think are vegan but aren't? Or do you think that everybody does it right for the most part?
No, I don't think everybody does it right. Well, as I told earlier, I think vegan, it's about eating healthier, whole foods. I think that's how I said it. Whole foods, being healthier. I mean, Oreos can be vegan, but for me they're not vegan because they're not healthy. They're not contributing anything to your health. Like alcohol, alcohol may be vegan. Like I think vodka comes from potatoes, I think, I don't know, or
honestly, I'm
I
not
don't know. But like, yeah, they're vegan because they don't have animal products, but it's not good for your health. Like drinking alcohol every day is not good. Well, not every day, but drinking alcohol is not good for your health. Yeah, I mean that's how I feel about it.
So it's all about being healthier, not necessarily, you know, just adhering to the fact that you're not consuming animal products. And then on the other side of that, I think, just to play devil's advocate, some people who do it for the animal welfare more so than the health may do all these things. They may drink a lot, they may eat Oreos, and all they care about is, hey, I'm helping animals not get slaughtered, right? So going back to the why, like, I mean, we could see vegans who are completely there for the animal welfare and just live a completely different lifestyle. Personally, being a future dietitian, I absolutely love your take on it though. Really just all being about the health side rather than just the animal welfare, which is also very important.
Yeah, because I mean, you are doing something for the animals, but you are not doing something for yourself. That's how I see it.
So in veganism, of course, probably the most talked about thing, which we already touched on a little bit, is getting enough protein. Do you think that is the biggest problem or obstacle that vegans face, or is there another one? Let's touch on that.
I think it's the biggest myth. I mean, I think it's the biggest problem or obstacle for people that want to go vegan, because they think we cannot get enough. But like recently I posted an image with, like, there were like 10 types of vegan or whole food protein, and there's a lot of them. I mean, tomatoes have protein, tofu, beans. There's a lot of veggies, broccoli, like spinach. Like, there's a lot of protein. It's not a problem. It's really not a problem to get protein.
So one of the bigger problems that I see being a future dietitian and having worked with vegans before is B12. How do you get your B12 in?
So I actually bought a B12 supplement in the grocery store here. I take it via liquid because that's what my nutritionist told me that was the best way to take it. But yeah, I mean, that's like a must. If you're vegan, you have to supplement with B12. You have to. There's a lot of vegans out there that quit being vegan because they got like sick, or they got like, I don't know how to say it in English. It's anemia. I don't know.
Anemia.
Yeah.
Macrocytic anemia.
Yeah, and like people can lose their hair. Like there's a lot of things like mental issues also. So it's a must to have B12.
And I think one other way for people watching is you can eat nutritional yeast. Am I correct on that?
I have. Yeah,
I'm not sure how much that provides, like per serving, but I know that's another way to get it. If you can't find a supplement that is also vegan or at least up to your standards in terms of vegetarianism.
Yeah, every day I drink.
All right. So that's all the questions I have. If this resonates with somebody, if somebody really sees this video and is like, wow, like I want to go vegan, or I'm trying to go vegan, I'm struggling with it, what would you say is the first step to getting there? Like, what's the first actionable thing that they can do to begin the transition to being vegan?
So the first action would be, I would say, to change that mentality, just not like take out the meats, but to eat healthier, because you can go vegan and still eat French fries every time you go out, you know. But so just eat healthier. If you are like eating fish and pork and chicken and all of that, like begin taking out like one at a time, because it's gonna be a lot easier that way, rather than just going like right to veganism, you know.
Yeah, that huge change can really throw you off, and maybe you don't know exactly how to get enough protein at the beginning, even though there are definitely, as we've talked about, enough sources of protein. So I found one thing that really helps people who transition to veganism, or really transition to any kind of new diet, is the crowding out method, where you're just adding in things. So of course there's very high protein things like lentils or other kinds of legumes that you can add in slowly and kind of just put them in place of where you would have that non-vegan option, that meat, pork, chicken, fish, or whatever. And as you add that more of that in, you just won't even have space for the meat, for the fish, for the dairy in your diet, and you can slowly move those out and transition without having that restrictive mentality of I can't have this, I can't have this. It's I can have it, but I don't want it, or I don't have space for it.
Yeah.
All right. That was fantastic. I feel like I learned a lot about veganism and what it's like to be vegan. I was never vegan. I've been vegetarian for a while, and right now I'm pescatarian. Probably fish about like once a week. And it's something, I think veganism is the gold standard. I think it is the best, even though I don't even follow it myself. Something I do want to be eventually, and I'm just making excuses why I'm not there yet. I do think veganism is just amazing for the earth, for animals, for our bodies. I think it's the way we should be. If people want to connect with you, if people want to learn more about veganism, where can they go to find you, learn from you, or contact you?
So just go to my Instagram, which is El Amigo Vegano, the vegan friend. You can Google translate it.
And it'll be posted in the description below as well.
Yes, sir.
All right, Raul. Appreciate it, man. It was fantastic. We'll do it again sometime soon. We'll see you later.